just go through my guitar collection as it stands. This is mid-August 2018. Got these three guitars fairly recently. All of them are second hand. My experience of buying second hand is pretty much what you should be looking for is half the cost of new. So this guitar, new, this Fireglow Rickenbacker 6 string, cost me £1,000. In the UK currently they're about £2,200. This Fender Mexican 70s reissue, in the UK currently they're about £750. I got this for £350. This VSA, which is a VSA 590, which is really an Epiphone copy, Casino. These are no longer produced, but you can pick them up second hand. Occasionally they come up. They didn't make that many of them. Got this for £230. I think new, when they were making them about 4 or 5 years ago, they were about £300. So this came with a hard case. So again, a good deal because it's got a solid mahogany block in it, heavy guitar, really good sounding guitar. So that's those three, which I, as I say, I bought new. Next guitar up is a 12 string Rickenbacker. This is the Maple Glow. I actually traded it for 9 guitars, so they cost me, those 9 guitars, about £2,900. This guitar on sale at the moment is about £2,700, so new. So this is one of the few guitars I actually bought new, but like I say, I wanted to reduce my guitar collection, so I wanted to get quite a few out for one in, so one really good guitar. And that was that one, which, as I say, just as a straight trade. I've traded a lot of guitars. This next guitar, which is a Mexican classic player rather than the classic series, which the Olympic white guitar is. I actually traded that Sonic Blue Strat for 3 classic vibes, some of which I'd bought second hand. So I think they cost me about £750, which was what this guitar actually cost new. So yeah, there's a classic player and classic series there, which are probably the 2 best Mexican made guitars at the moment. Next guitar up will be another classic player. This is the Baja Telecaster, which has got the extra switching on it. You get more than the standard 3-way, you get a couple of extra variations in sound. Got a very chunky neck, this one, very well rated as a guitar. Nice sound to it. Traded this for 3 classic vibe Telecasters, custom or white, and trying to think the other, butterscotch. Again, they cost me, because I got one bought for me and another one was second hand, about £750. So I think they got the better deals, the people that got 3 for 1, but I wanted to reduce my collection, as I say, and get decent, the best classic player, probably the best Mexican at the moment that you can buy. The next guitar up is a Les Paul copy by the Vintage Guitar Company. John Hornby Squier are the dealers. They have their guitars made in Southeast Asia. This one I think was made in China. This was version 1 of the Lemon Drop, which is the unrelicked version, but I've had quite a lot of work done on this It's got some Seymour Duncan pickups, installed push-pull pots, and it's got the Gibson tone knobs on it. Next guitar up is a Squier vintage modified, very similar to the Mexican classic series, but got a rosewood fretboard. These have been discontinued, these guitars. You can't get them anymore. Certainly there might be a few in the shop still, but they've got different type of rosewood substitute fretboards. This is a 2013, or is it 2013 model here. Got the rosewood board, the Duncan desired pickups. You've got the translucent finish, which I think some of the later ones before they discontinued the guitar were more of a custody colour. Next guitar up is a guitar that vintage John Hornby Squier made quite a few years ago. It's the Gibson, based on the Gibson Les Paul Special. As I say, they stopped making these. Got the TV yellow colour quite a few years ago, P90s. They come up occasionally on the second-hand market, but not very often. Picked that one up from a shop. I just happened to be walking by, saw it in the window, knew it was quite a rare guitar and quite a good make. Vintage are very good for the money, so pretty much bought it straight away, which you have to do with these sort of guitars because they don't come up that often. Next guitar is another vintage guitar, again another discontinued guitar. Vintage are making SG copies still, but they're now offset, got an offset horns, an offset body. This is to get round their court case that they lost in the US, an expanding market for them, so Gibson took them to court and won. So there's a number of guitar body shapes that they can't do straight copies on. The SG being one of them. I think Flying V is another, and certainly the semi-acoustic E335 models. This is a discontinued model, wraparound bridge. Mick Abrahams from Death Row Tull, it's his signature model, rosewood board. They were discontinued about 4 years ago, these guitars, so again they come up on the second-hand market, but not very often. When I bought this, it was $280. A superb guitar, buck-bound neck. Next guitar up is Sigma. It's based on the Gibson EJ200 Jumbo. Probably the best copy of a Gibson J200 there is on the market at the moment. Significantly cheaper, but it's very close in terms of sound for a fraction of the price. They're about £750, £800, whereas the Gibson's about £2,500, £3,000. Next guitar up is another Sigma 12 string. This one's been discontinued. It's not an electroacoustic, but it's based on a Martin design, as are all Sigmas, of course. Martin actually still own the name. They just lease the name out to AMI, German company, have guitars now made in Germany, and also St. Louis Music in the US have got the rights to the Martin name in the US. So the maker of Alvarez, basically the Sigmas that are made for the US market by St. Louis Music and not in the same league as these AMI Sigmas, in my opinion. The final guitar is a Epiphone Master Built, which is the only acoustic that I've got that's all solid wood. These, for the money, are unbelievably good guitars. I think I paid about £500 for this. It's the AJ 500, which I don't think they're making anymore. But as I say, it's for the money, and all solid acoustic, really good. That's a really advise, if you're after a fairly inexpensive all solid wood, buying an Epiphone master built. So there you go, that's my collection as it stands in August 2018.